Hi guys, it's been a while since my last update. The US Army is progressing quite well. I'm almost done with my American company in the US Army. After that, I'm going to be doing some German, so they actually have someone to shoot at. And after that, then I'll look into the US Airborne, the British Paras, and also the British Infantry. So there's still a lot to go on, but so far I'm quite happy with the results. I have 3.5 platoons, so to speak. Each of these bases, of course, is a squad. There you go. Squad would be would be commanded by a sergeant, if my sources are right. Please let me know in the comments if they're not. I will not be representing squad commanders here because the squad is the smallest unit you can control in fireball forward, so there's no point. What I will be representing, however, are, so of course, 3 squads make a platoon, and each of these platoons is commanded by a lieutenant, which is going to be one of these bases. Each of these bases, for the record, in case you're wondering or curious or anything, is 20 mil by 20 mil. There you go. So this is one of my platoon commanders in the American Army. This is the other one. Okay. All of the minis are 10 mil, including the commanders. You might remember me saying in a previous video that I was thinking of actually doing 15 mil commanders for 10 mil units. I did try it, it doesn't work. You can definitely tell that the commanders are much taller than their men, and even worse, you can tell that they're taller than the vehicles and that they wouldn't fit inside the vehicle. So honestly, it does not work. I also tried some variations, so you can see that this guy has a bazooka in this squad. Now, yes, I do know that squads wouldn't typically have a bazooka unless we're talking about an armored infantry company. Armored infantry? What, motorized infantry? Again, please let me know in the comment section. I read this 3 weeks ago and I already forgot, which says a lot about my poor memory. And of course, every squad did have a Browning automatic rifle, or BAR for short. And as you can tell, some of the squads do have a guy running with the Browning automatic rifle, so that we can represent that. Now, those of you who've been watching the channel for a while know that I'm a sucker for terrain. And I couldn't help myself building this objective marker, which is a burning Sherman tank who's seen better days. I didn't paint any markings on it because in my mind it had already been burning for a while. I tried some wet blending, which you can barely see. Let me see if I can shift the light around. There we go. So I tried some wet blending on the base to show where the dirt becomes burnt. I think you can see it there. And I think it worked. It's super simple, nothing fancy, but I do think it worked. And it makes for a nice objective marker or jump off point or spawn point, whatever you want to call it. Now, I do have 3 Sherman tanks that I've concluded. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong place. There you go. I'm quite happy with the way this turned out. So this little troop here, all of the turrets, all of the turrets are magnetized, like we discussed in my last video, so you can easily pop the turret back. The idea here is to try different configurations or representations. So we have this one where the commander is inside, closed hatch, no Browning mounted on the turret. This one does have a Browning mounted on the turret. Again, I went for some markings. You see we have a star there. We have a star with a round shape up front, another star on the turret. I do like the way these stars look on the turret. I'm quite happy about it. And like I told you, I've got a 30 cal in there. Apologies, I didn't know I called it a 30 cal, it is a 50 cal. Okay, I can't get my names right today. I'm now wondering if I should start the video from the beginning. And this is of course the commander one. And as you can see, the command is popping out. Yes, it is popping out from the wrong hatch. We've already been over that here in the channel. It's actually popping out from the loader's hatch rather than the commander's hatch. So guys, don't make the same mistake I did. The commander's hatch, the right one is this one, or go watch Fury and see where Brad Pitt was sticking out of. Last but not least, a little guy that I put together. I've always liked these deuce and a halves, these GMC trucks, and I couldn't help myself. Oh, a little dusty thing there. And there you go. I think it turned out quite nice. These decals really do wonders. By the way, if you're wondering, all decals are by Pendragon. You can find them at the bottom of the website, and they are quite good. I'm quite happy. These are 10 mil decals, so as you can tell, they are not very big, but they actually work rather well, and after you've put some varnish over it or decal fixer, they work quite well. So these are my Americans that's already done. Now I was talking about the 30 cal, here it is. I'm still painting it, as you can tell. I will have 2 of these for the American Army. And this is, of course, my last platoon to finish the US Infantry Company. You got the platoon commander there you go. And as you can tell, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means that makes up for 2 squads. So plus 1 of these 2, that makes up the last of the 3 platoons of this company. Yes, I will have a spare squad, but that's fine. I can turn it around. That's absolutely fine. Okay, I have some terrain coming up that I'm quite curious of. I'm now aligning with my fellow wargamers what scenario we're going to play. We try to do 2 historicals every year because they're into also fantasy and other stuff, so we try to have a healthy mix. And it will either be if it is indeed World War II rather than Napoleonics or Black Seas, it will either be Normandy or the Netherlands, a little scenario with Market Garden. I'll keep you guys in the loop. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Hopefully when I come back I can show you the rest of the Americans and we can start looking at the Germans as well. Bye-bye.